Welcome back, y'all, to Whiplash TV, and today I'm super excited about this video in particular because I have for a while been wanting a front splitter for my 2009 Pontiac G8 GT, and that is what I have right here in this box from Velati, the exact same guy who also sold me the carbon fiber spoiler, wing, whichever you want to call it, that I put on the Pontiac G8 not too long ago. So if you haven't checked that video out, be sure to go check that video out. That spoiler is super good looking, and for the money, I really don't think it can be beat. As many of y'all know, our cars were only made for the 2008 and 2009 years, so we just don't have a lot of options really when it comes to things like a front splitter or when it comes to things like a spoiler or a wing on our car. So, you know, some companies out there, they make some things, but it can take a long time to get them in stock. And that is also shown by the fact that every time that these splitters come available, they sell out when they post on Facebook, letting all the G8 owners know. I've seen them sell out in less than 30 minutes. So today in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to show y'all what the carbon fiber splitter looks like. And then I'm going to show y'all how I install it onto my Pontiac G8. Please don't forget to help support the channel by hitting that thumbs up on the video. Also, please somewhere in this video, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the carbon fiber front splitter, and let me know what you think about the video. Don't forget to also check and make sure that you're subscribed down below. Just takes 1 second and it's free to subscribe to the channel and ring that notifications bell so that you get notified every time that I post a new video. Alright y'all, let's start by opening this thing up and taking a look at it. Alright, here is what it looks like. So this is going to be the front end of it. That's going to be seen while it's on the car. It has a real good carbon fiber look to it. Pretty nice weave. And then you can see on the back side, this flat part's going to mount to the car, and it's got a good lip on it right here that's going to come up on the front of the bumper. With the front splitter, it comes with some screws, it comes with an alcohol white pad, and it comes with 2 rolls of 3M adhesive tape as well. You can also see where like those screws would go through. There is kind of like a rubber washer right there on each of those spots. And I'll get into more detail about how we're going to go about installing it once we get over to the car. But I just want to give y'all a good idea of the looks of it as well already. Alright, this is what the underside looks like right here. Not too much to look at, but it is strong. If someone wanted to, you could always add another piece underneath here for more strength, I suppose, but I'm not worried about it. It feels good and firm and feels like it'll be just fine. I'll get some more shots of it once we get it installed onto the car. Alright y'all, before we get started, nobody wants to watch me put this front splitter on a dirty car, so let's fix that real quick. There we go. Much better. Now we can get started on installing that front splitter. So the first thing that I always recommend that any of y'all do with a new part is always to test fit it. Test fitting is going to let you know some stuff that you might not foresee ahead of time when it comes time to do the actual installation for real with tape and with screws. So the first thing that I'm noticing here when I have it lined up here in the center just right is that I have some gaps on the outside here on the bumper on both sides. Now I can take this piece and I can push it in and I can make it curve up right to the bumper, but it does put some stress on it. So the next thing I got to looking at is, so the front bumper cover looks like it can flex and come out to meet the front splitter without any issue. So it's going to have to flex out a little bit to come to the contour of the splitter. Now up underneath the G8 bumper, this red section is where the screws are going to go into through that splitter. So the bumper cover will have to flex out a little bit and then a screw shot in. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the splitter up where it's going to go, and then I'm going to start in the center and start putting in some screws so that way I can mount it to the bumper without trying to fight the tape as well. Alright, so I've got a couple jack stands helping to hold the splitter up, and then I've got it lined up somewhat in the center. I'm going to finish lining it up in the center, and then I'm going to shoot the 2 screws closest to the middle. Then I'm going to work my way out both directions. Well, I took a little bit of kind of holding real tight and working one-handed with holding the splitter and using the other hand to try to shoot a screw. It closed up the gap that I showed you at the very beginning and drew the bumper cover out to the outside of it. We'll just kind of go around so you can see. So it's looking real good. So now that I know where my screw holes are at and where my placement will be, now I'm going to add that double-sided tape. And once that double-sided tape is added, we'll put it up for the last time. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some 3M tape right in here the whole way around the splitter. That'll give a nice seal up against the front bumper cover on the flat section of it. And then I'm also going to put probably 2 strips all the way across the bottom. Don't forget to wipe this with rubbing alcohol or that alcohol pad that they included with the splitter. Alright, let's start adding some 3M tape. After you get done putting your tape down, go ahead and run over it again with a good amount of pressure just to make sure that you have good adhesion to the back side of that splitter. So y'all might be wondering why I overlap this tape so much, and there's kind of 2 reasons for it. One is just there's going to be a lot of downforce pulling down on the front of the splitter because of the lip of it. So that's going to help maintain more of a stick to the bottom of that bumper cover. And then secondly, we need this red ribbon to be pulled a little bit and started coming off this direction, so that when I'm starting screws in and it's already up against, you obviously won't be able to get this started right here to start pulling it and peeling it back so you can stick it. So we're going to pull on the red of the ribbon, exposing the other side of the double-sided tape, and we'll have that red ribbon draping off the back side as we go to put it up onto the car. Also, you'll have to make just a little cut right here in the red ribbon, so then that way you can peel this back just like that. And that will have to be pulled enough to where the ribbon is laying on this outside of the splitter, so then you can get your hands on it and on this one as well, and all these will be hanging down, because as you put the splitter up onto the car in the center, you've got to be able to get those ribbons to pull them, so that then you can stick it as you're putting in your screws from center, working your way out. So now we're ready to take it over to the car, peel back this ribbon just a little bit, and do our final install. Before you start installing it, don't forget to wipe off your bumper cover with the rubbing alcohol so that your tape is going to get a good stick. So before we start installing it, let's peel back that red tape. So that's how it's going to look with the tape peeled back, ready for installation. And notice on this bottom part, I went past my first 2 screw holes. That way I can get that stuck up and put on. Alright y'all, there it is. It's all installed. It wasn't too bad really. You just gotta take your time. As with anything, take your time, plan out your install, everything will go good. If you have a second person that can help you with this install, it would have been easier if I had 2 people. However, I obviously got the job done, no problem, all by myself. One other thing I'll add is just to take your time and only peel back that tape to the amount where you're putting in screws at. If you get too far ahead of yourself, then that tape is going to stick wherever it's at before you even get that screw in. So don't peel back the tape too fast. Slowly work it and put in your screws where you already test fit it before. It's already gotten dark on me, so tomorrow morning I'm going to get you some shots of before and afters of the car with and without the splitter, and then also we'll take a look at that carbon fiber in the daylight and see it shine. Y'all, I'm really happy with how that front splitter turned out. I think it really adds and improves upon the already good looks of the Pontiac G8. You can get this carbon fiber front splitter for your G8 from streetdrivenperformance.net. If I remember correctly, these run somewhere in the range of $375. For what you get as in looks and carbon fiber, I really don't think that's a bad deal at all. I 100% would purchase this product over again. Y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video, and also drop me a comment down below of what you think of how this splitter turned out, and hit that subscribe button for me and ring that notifications bell. That way you're notified every time that I post a new video. I'll catch y'all on the next one.